And he was such a great kid.
I can't even imagine not knowing who killed my loved one.
Never had an enemy in the world. Everyone loved him.
On the morning of May 10, 1980, 15-year-old Mark Stefano is found dead on Brown Road in Jerusalem Township. He was shot twice in the back, 3 times in the head.
That the victim here had, he went out socially earlier that evening. He may have stopped, and we know that he did stop at a couple different locations, and he ends up at a party, and he ends up walking home.
Larry Minner tells 11 Investigates that Mark was at his home on Howard Road with another boy. The 3 teens drink vodka, but Mark decides to leave at 4:30. He wants to go home to his German Shepherd puppy. From the home, it is a half-mile walk to Route 2. Mark would then turn right and walk 1.6 miles on Route 2 before turning left onto Lion Road to get to his house. But he is found on Brown Road 7/10 of a mile past his home. John Hansen tells 11 Investigates he's driving to work down Brown Road when he finds Mark at 6:25 in the morning.
All I remember was hearing my mom scream. Detectives kept saying, "Where was your brother? Where was your brother? Such and such time." And I'm like, "What are you talking about? Where's Mark? Would he get in trouble again or something, Because he was always goofing off. And they looked at me and they said, "No, your brother's dead."
No witnesses, no motive. The day before, family friend Calvin Jones sees the 15-year-old for the final time.
He'd come in town and, like I said, we asked him, if anybody was bothering him out there. He said no, because we always looked out for him.
40 years, no arrests, no closure.
I walk the floors at night. I dream about him. I talk to him in my sleep. I went to the grave and asked him, "You gotta help me here, Mark."
In February, Angela believes that Mark may have finally answered her pleas.
This case has, haunted me for 40 years.
After watching the 11 Investigates report on the Cook brothers' serial killings, she wonders, what if?
I always wondered about those Cook brothers.
4 days after Mark's killing, Anthony and Nathaniel Cook begin their killing spree. There will be at least 9 victims. The spree begins with the abduction of Sandra Pogorski and Tommy Gordon. Gordon temporarily escapes.
He broke a man.
But Anthony Cook explains to detectives how his brother, Nathaniel, chases him down.
I told Nathaniel, go get him, make sure he didn't get away.
Is Nathaniel armed or are you armed? Who has the rifle?
Nathaniel.
All right. Does Nathaniel chase after?
Yeah.
What happens?
I hear 2 gunshots.
Tommy Gordon is killed by at least 4 shots from a rifle. A detective in 1980 says Mark Stefano is killed by 5 shots from a rifle. I mentioned the DeStefano case to retired Toledo police detective Frank Stiles, who hunted the Cooks for years and worked with me in telling the story of the serial killings. The method of killing and other details spark his interest. On March 30th, 1981, Anthony Cook kills Denise Sayakowski and Scott Moulton after abducting them from the Fountain Circle Apartments in Oregon. The Cook brothers' sisters lived in that complex. The apartment is a straight drive down Navarre Avenue to where DeStefano is likely abducted. Lucky shows me a report from Stiles in which the former detective wonders about a possible connection.
At this point, there is no way I can rule anybody out. I can't list a suspect either.
Bullets are collected from the bodies of Gordon and DeStefano. He does not say why, but Lucky confirms that a new round of ballistics is being done. He's also awaiting DNA results from a state lab.
I can't imagine for any of those families what they go through every day. And you can tell when you talk to the families, it's every day. It happened 40 years ago, but to them it's still very real. It's still very, very fresh.
There are 4 DeStefano children. Mark dies in 1980. Breast cancer claimed Jacqueline in 2001. Brother Mike suffers a massive heart attack and dies in 2008. Angie's husband, Luke, he passes away in 2004. On her deathbed in 2013, Angie's mother asked her to find answers, to demand answers.
My family's all gone now. I have nothing left I can give them. This is all I can give them.
After our interview, Angela and Calvin drive with me to the scene of the murder. It is the first time Angela's returned since 1980, but the pain, the memories are too much.
It's just too hard.
A mile down the road, an image of a smiling young man adorns a headstone in the Oakwood Cemetery. Mark A. Stefano, November 9, 1964 to May 10, 1980. A young life lost, a mystery unsolved.
Why would someone do this to him? He was just a boy.